Alabama football, and it came out right before, it came out right after I stopped recording, was that the SEC media came out with their all SEC teams, their preseason all SEC teams. I just wanted to list off some of the names that were on there, just because I didn't have a chance to go over them when we went over SEC Media Days last week. So I just want to wrap that up and make sure everyone's aware of kind of who the media predicted as SEC media last week. Also, Alabama was picked third in the SEC with Georgia and Texas being the ones picked at the top, I believe. Yeah, so the all SEC teams are, the first team was Tyler Booker, James Burnham, Nealon Hibbett, Deontay Lawson, and Malachi Moore. Second team, Caden Proctor, Parker Brailsford, Tim Smith, and Graham Nicholson. And then third team, Tim Keenan, Jihad Campbell, Damani Jackson, Keon Sabb, Jalen Milroe, Justice Haynes, and Jaden Roberts. I think it's really important to note the transfers on there, and how highly the media views those transfers, and how well Alabama was able to add not just talents, but talents that people understand how good they are. It's not just warm bodies. It's not just a guy. It's an actual top player. Parker Brailsford coming in as center, Graham Nicholson, the kicker, Damani Jackson coming as corner from USC, Keon Sabb, the safety from Michigan, Caden Proctor, the transfer from Alabama. I think it also kind of notes Justice Haynes being on that third team list after having just 30 carries, or just under 30 carries. It shows just kind of the level of guys you have coming in. I think it makes sense, obviously, to have Alabama not picked at the top of the SEC, given the fact that you have a new coach. There's a lot of unexpected as it comes to replacing Nick Saban. But I do think that Alabama is obviously in a very good position as it pertains to football this season, and I would expect Alabama to obviously compete at the top of the league. The other thing that I would note as it pertains to Alabama football that I think is very important is this weekend there is the Cold Summer Barbecue. And the Cold Summer Barbecue is the recruit barbecue that each school does, and the Cold Summer Barbecue is Alabama's version of that for all the recruits. So Alabama will have a ton of recruits in this weekend, visiting campus, hanging out with the players. And it's something that I'm sure you'll see a lot of content about. You'll see a lot of different articles and videos about. So I just want to make sure that you're all aware. For anybody that has not followed along on the channel as it pertains to recruiting, I am not somebody that follows at a player-by-player level, at least on the YouTube channel. I obviously kind of do a little bit personally, but it's not something that I'm super well-versed in as it comes to a specific player level. I kind of look at it at the macro level as to what is the staff and what is the team doing, and what position groups maybe are they emphasizing, what coaches are they using to maybe emphasize certain areas of need. That's currently how I've been looking at recruiting. I am going to be having a recruiting podcast that I have teased a couple of times coming out very soon, as it pertains to, how Kalen DeBoer and his staff were able to land the recruiting class they were, right? Alabama currently sits at the number one recruiting class in the country, and my question to some friends was, how are they able to do that? And some of the guys over on the Crimson Crossover Discord, and if you're not following over there, I really recommend it. But some of the Intel guys over there and some of the people with some sources, I reached out to them, and they have some insight that they want to bring to the podcast. And so I'm going to be recording with them here in the next couple of days to talk about, like I said, how was DeBoer able to land the recruiting class he was, and is there anything that we need to be aware of, or specific recruits or anything like that we need to be aware of that may be deciding here very soon. So please be on the lookout for that if you are interested in the recruiting front, because that episode will be coming out hopefully next week if all recording goes well. But I really appreciate everyone for following along and subscribing. Like I said, if you are not subscribed, I really would appreciate it. Read over on Substack all the written articles that I have coming out. And if you do appreciate the video content, if you would throw me a like and a comment down in the bottom, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.